Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lesson, we will talk about another strategy that can be used to deal with the pollutants in the environment, obviously based on their types, their concentration, their toxicity, their nature, their persistence level. This is called concentration and containment. This is very different from the dispersal and dilution. In dispersal and dilution, we were looking towards the dispersal of the pollutant in the environment, and due to dispersal, the concentration of the diluent was being decreased. However, in this case, we are looking to contain the pollutant in a certain area. We do not want the pollutant to spread in the environment. We are containing it in an area that can be due to so many different reasons, which we will discuss in this lesson. The principle is completely opposed to the previous approach of dilution and dispersal. जो हमने पहले डिस्कस किया था डिस्पर्सर और डिल्यूशन, उससे ये बिल्कुल ही मुख्तलिफ है, उसके बिल्कुल अपोजिट है. उसमें हम डिस्पर्स कर रहे थे और डिल्यूट कर रहे थे. इसमें हम कंटेन कर रहे हैं, इकट्ठा कर रहे हैं, और इकट्ठा करने की वजह से उसकी कंसंट्रेशन बढ़ रही है पोल्यूटेंट की. सो बोथ आर अपोजिट टू ईच अदर. इट इज़ एन अटेम्प्ट टू गैदर टुगेदर द ऑफेंडिंग सब्सटेंस एंड प्रिवेंट इट्स एस्केप इनटू द सराउंडिंग एनवायरनमेंट. Basically, what we are trying to do is that we are gathering that pollutant in a certain area and preventing it from escaping in the surrounding environment. The aim could be so many there could be so many different reasons why we want to do this. For example, if we know a pollutant is very, very toxic, we would not like the pollutant to spread in the environment, obviously. Or if we know that a pollutant is very much persistent, it is not easily degraded naturally, again, we would not like that pollutant to spread out in the environment. And if we want to remediate the pollutant by ourselves, by bioremediation techniques, obviously we would like to gather the pollutant in a certain area so that we can apply that technique. So there can be so many different reasons why we want to contain a pollutant in a certain area. And obviously, as we contain a pollutant in an area, the concentration of that pollutant in that area will be increased. Concentration and containment obviously comes as opposed to dilution and dispersal. So one could ask a question that for a certain problem, which strategy is better, whether I should contain and ultimately concentrate the pollutant, or whether I should allow it to disperse and ultimately dilute. It is fair to say that there is a place for both, dependent on individual circumstances. जैसे कि हम पहले से बात करते आ रहे हैं, the choice of the strategy will depend on the pollutant, the nature of the pollutant, on the environment, the biotic and abiotic factors present in the environment, and the living things which are at risk to the with that pollutant. So all these things will play a role in deciding which strategy one should adopt to deal with that pollutant. So, for example, if a pollutant is persistent, obviously we would not like it to disperse in the environment. On the other hand, if a pollutant is not that much persistent, we may like it to disperse in the environment, get much more diluted, and ultimately get destroyed because it is not that much persistent. The idea of a best method, at least in absolute terms, is of little value. We said in previous lessons as well, we cannot say that one strategy is best as compared to the other one, because all these strategies have their own importance under certain given circumstances. One strategy is best under certain set of circumstances, whereas the other strategy might be more suitable to be applied in an environment with a completely different set of circumstances. So the word of best might not be suitable to use in any such case. So there are so many different strategies by which we can control or we can decrease the concentration of the pollutants. I will see you in next lessons.